Green English language teaching. Ecovocabulary and discussions. These two components will be utilized in the teaching demonstration alongside with the ICT integration. The content of the demonstration will be the following. The brief game for motivation, this will be the starter, and basically the demonstration will be focusing on this type of assessing skills, which will be the use also of the television. First is before watching. Second is the during watching, in which the teacher will also going to release the worksheets that the students will going to answer. And lastly, the after watching. But before they leave the classroom, the teacher will also going to release cards, and they will eventually fill up those cards with their answer. And that card is called Green Exit card. Now, the objectives of the teacher will solely focus on monitoring the students' language use during the class participation and discussions, monitor the students' speaking skills, and also allowing students to think critically about solutions to problems aside from the exposure of the environmental vocabularies. Now, the demonstration commences. Assalamu alaikum. Hello class, I am Ma'am Rai. I am your English teacher. Now let's make a shift. However, I'll have a question. What do you think is the biggest problem our society is facing today? Yes, some would say it's a crime, it's a war, it's personal issues, problems, and some would say it's environmental crisis. Well, you are all correct. But for today's lesson, we'll be delving into this one problem that we're currently facing today globally, and that is called the environmental crisis. But before we delve to the main lesson, these are the following objectives that shall be achieved by the students. Okay, so first, you will be going to encounter vocabularies that is related to environment. Second, you are to discuss and share to your classmates the solutions that can lessen the climate crisis. And lastly, you are to think critically on providing solutions to problems of our environment. Now, but before we begin, let us have a short motivation short game, and it is called environmental board race. Flashed in the screen are the directions and mechanics. Assume that there is a TV in the classroom. So this will be the directions and the mechanics. So you are to create three teams, and choose one representative. In 1 minute, each first letter of the word will be filled by any words you can think of. Anything, either it is related to environment or anything you can think of. And make sure that it is an English language, it is an English word. However, the condition here is that the word must be extensive. So you better think of any word that is long. The team with the longest word in each letter is the winner. So are you ready to start the game? Okay, so let us start the game. Thank you for your participations. Now, I have here a picture. Take down notes, everything that you can see in the picture. I'll be giving you 1 minute to take down anything that you notice in the picture. Okay, so are you done? Okay. I have here the questions. What can you see in the picture? Where is the student? What do you think the student is doing? Do you have many plants at your school? Great. So what you can see in the picture is a lady or a student that is wearing a green cloth, a green veil, and also tied her neck with a leaves. The background of the picture is also a plant in the left side, and she seems talking because her mouth is slightly open. And for the last question, okay, so you have many plants at your school. Great. Now, for your activity, I'll be releasing the worksheet. So, in that worksheet, there is an instruction that you'll have to watch a video and correct the sentences. That is the following 5 sentences. I'll be giving you 1 minute to scan your worksheet and create a mind map or anything that is your way to correct the sentences according to the video that will be going to play after this. Are you done? Great, so I'll be starting the video.
Hi, I'm Shivani. Welcome to our series on climate change. In this program, we're looking at how students work in their schools to try and solve environmental problems. All these amazing videos were made by schools around the world for a competition held by the British Council. First of all, let's go to Indonesia, to a school where every student has a job to help fight climate change.
Our school is School of Exploring. In Indonesia, it is known as Sekolah Alam Pacitan. It is located in Pacitan, East Java, Indonesia. In our school, there are many plants, flowers, and animals. Every morning, each student has responsibility to care about environment, like watering the plants, planting, cleaning the yard, plants observation activities, feeding animals.
Not all schools are as lucky as that one. Lots of schools are in city centres, surrounded by concrete, like this one in India, or this one in Lebanon. The schools want to solve the problems of their environment. In Lebanon, they wrote a story about their unhappy school with pollution all around it.
Hello dear friends, how do you feel? Today, I'm going to tell you a story called The Green ELT. Once upon a time, there was a school located in the suburban areas where green trees almost didn't exist.
Look at me so long. All around me are streets full of vehicles, factories, and people who emit carbon dioxide and other toxic gases.
The students worked together to find a solution and make the school a happy and healthier place to be. They planted lots of flowers and plants around the school. Plants are very important to tackle climate change.
Plants like me are very beneficial because we feed ourselves carbon dioxide to create energy in our own cells and to release oxygen. And this oxygen produced during photosynthesis is needed for you and all the living things, including me, to survive.
I love this project. The school was happy again, full of lovely plants. But what else can we do? How about recycling? Lots of schools have ways to help reduce climate change by encouraging recycling. Single-use plastic is one of the biggest problems. So this school in the Philippines banned single-use water bottles. Now they have a tap and everyone can refill their bottles there. In Ukraine, students are encouraging each other to recycle as many things as possible. I think this is fantastic. How many things do you recycle in your school? What else could you recycle? In Indonesia, the students worked as a team to find a way to recycle water. Because of COVID, they all had to wash their hands often, and this was using a lot of water. But there was a problem. They were using strong soaps and detergents, so they needed to clean the water before they reused it. So they designed and made special filters with recycled water bottles. Isn't that brilliant? What kind of energy we use and how we use it is really important if we want to reduce climate change. Fossil fuels add to greenhouse gases, so we need to find alternatives. Many schools, like this one, are using renewable energy.
The solar panel arrays on top of the junior school building as well as the boys' hostel facilitate the production of units and units of clean energy supplied to the school every single day.
It's really amazing what all these students are doing to help reduce climate change. What else could you do with your class and in your school? Until next time.
Okay, so you're already done with the video. Check your answers, and after that, pass your papers in the front. So, for our last activity, let us see if you really have something learned in the video and throughout our discussions. So, in the same group with your game, order from 1 most important to 8 less important the following activities. Decide on the top 3 most important ways to protect the planet. Which ones do you think would be popular at your school? Discuss your answer in the class. So, are you done? Okay. So, present your answer in the class. Thank you for your participation. Now, before we leave our classroom, I have here little cards that you're going to fill. From 1 to 5, for example, here in the following, I'm going to throw my garbage in its appropriate disposal. You can write down that in your card if that is something that you wanted to do or your duty to lessen the environmental crisis we are facing. You're also given your choice of whatever you wanted to write on that paper, on that card, that you will going to do to help the climate change lessen. So after that, you have to take a picture of the card and post it to your Facebook story or any social media platforms you have. So that is all for our lesson. Thank you for listening, and I hope you have learned a lesson. Again, I am Siti Rehana Makaagar, your teacher. Thank you.